I recently moved to the Los Angeles area, and so I thought it would help people out there who are considering moving to the LA area or just want to be nosy exactly what are the real costs of living in a city like this. So I'm going to break down my living expenses, my basic living expenses, and a couple of expenses that are related to the fun stuff in this video. Hey guys, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free. Now, for the past 7 years, I've lived in San Diego, California with my husband, and we ended up having our daughter born in San Diego as well. And then we moved about 3-4 months ago to the LA County area. So we are not actually in downtown LA. We are more on like the surrounding cities of LA, if you will. Regardless, I'm learning that it is much more expensive than living in San Diego. Let's talk about my basic living expenses. What do I actually pay every single month to keep a roof over my head, food in the fridge, gas in the car? Let's talk first about my rent. So we have been renting, we've never been homeowners. We aspire to be homeowners, hopefully outside of the state of California because it's so dang expensive. We are still renting. In Los Angeles County, in this area, we pay $4,200 in rent per month. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, heck no, I am not moving to LA specifically for that reason. I will say there are rental properties around here that are far less than what we are paying. So we live in a 2-bed, 2-bath unit, and we live in a gated community. Our gated community comes with a lot of amenities. One of the best amenities that we didn't have when we were living in a high-rise in San Diego was we actually have here, we have a private garage that is just ours, that has plenty of storage space, and I absolutely love it. It's like that little taste of what it would be like to be a homeowner with your own garage, except I'm in a shared building. We also have amenities like a pool, a gym, basketball courts, our own private park. It's just a really fantastic neighborhood, which is why we pay $4,200 a month. All right, let's talk about our cell phone plan. Our cell phone plan is just $35 per month per line for unlimited data. I'd say this really is not dependent on where you live. You can find $35 for unlimited data anywhere, especially if you are using something like Mint Mobile. I'm currently on Mint Mobile right now, and it has been fantastic. It is connected to the T-Mobile network, which means you're getting access to the largest 5G network. You can also really easily connect to Wi-Fi, whether you're at home or open Wi-Fi in a public setting. Obviously, be careful about what you're accessing on public Wi-Fi, but it has been really easy to keep my data usage low that way. If you're interested in checking out Mint Mobile, I've been using it for close to a year now. It's been fantastic. I will leave my affiliate link below for you to check out. Okay, let's talk about internet. Speaking of T-Mobile, we actually use their cell tower internet service instead of the wireless router that we used to do, and it's $50 per month, which I think is fantastic. We use our subscriptions and streaming services like Netflix and Disney Plus, and we connect through that through the T-Mobile cell towers using their Wi-Fi. It's been great. Now let's talk about electricity and gas. I mentioned I've been here for about 4 months, so I'm still getting in those energy bills for what it costs to live in LA. Now our gas bill is around $29 per month, and we do have a gas oven and stove that I use. We also pay around $82 per month for electricity. Because we live in a very temperate and mild climate, we've only really run our AC a couple of times when we first moved in because LA and San Diego really have later summers. Our summer really is from like August to October. We don't really need to run the air. And alternatively, the winters are super mild. We never run the heat. So the electricity bill is really low. Groceries, let's talk about the hot topic. When it comes to inflation, we all know that food has just gone bananas. Literally, the inflation on bananas has gone bananas in this past year due to inflation. Now, my grocery budget and the way that I calculated this out also includes toiletries, things like toilet paper, shampoo, diapers, wipes, and alcohol, all wrapped up into this grocery budget. And while I'm trying to figure out exactly what works best for us, especially living here in LA, I did the math and I looked back on our expenses and saw that we are averaging around $796 per month on groceries for 2 adults and 1 toddler. That is insane. What's not insane, is our car insurance. Our car insurance is just $67 per month. We pay that semi-annually with Progressive. We have a 2015 Subaru Forester. We are a single car family. We only have 1 car. It's been great for us because we lived downtown San Diego. We were able to walk everywhere. And also I work from home, so Kyle was able to take the car to work and we can kind of back and forth juggle it. It's been really great. However, now that we've been in LA and we are wanting to explore different parts of LA, we've been in the car a bit more often, and I pay around $115 per month in gas. And finally, let's talk about childcare, because 'tis the season of my life right now to have childcare expenses. I have an almost 2-year-old daughter, and for the longest time, from about the time she was 5 or 6 months old to literally a week ago, she had a full-time nanny. When we were paying our full-time nanny, it was $3,200 a month. That is a huge chunk of our budget. Now that we've switched to full-time daycare, we are now paying $2,200 per month for full-time daycare. So what is this all together? What is this cost that is covering our basic living expenses? The total cost is $7,609 per month for just those basic living expenses. Now, like I said, keep in mind, we are also in a community and in a neighborhood that is a little bit more upscale than what we were used to, not anything that we were used to when we were living in Kansas, but even a upgrade from where we were at in San Diego. I totally think you could do LA for a lot less money. You may be more in an undesirable location. Maybe you're more inland. Maybe you're in a non-gated community, which is totally fine too. You just have to pick and choose what those needs are and go with that. Let's talk about the fun stuff that you can do in LA, because not everything has to be super expensive. Let's talk about access to the beach. You can totally do the beach every single weekend and it is free. So long as you can find free parking, then you can go to the beach for free every single weekend. And same goes for hiking any of the trails or going and walking through the parks around the LA area. There is also a fabulous art museum called the Getty. The Getty Museum is one of the top museums, I think, in the world. It's got great architecture of the actual museum building, but also it has a really pretty botanical garden and a sweeping view of LA. You can see the ocean, you can see downtown, a really wonderful place, and it's free to get into. Definitely make reservations in advance, but there is going to be paid parking. It's $15 after 3 p.m. and anytime before 3 p.m. is going to be $20. But I'd say $20 to get into this museum for a carload of people is a great price. The next thing that you can do in LA or around LA that doesn't cost a lot of money are happy hours. Kyle and I do happy hours every single Friday, and it usually costs us around $50 to do happy hour. And $50 covers about 2 drinks per person and a few appetizers. Plus, our daughter gets to hang out and play with us and kind of pick the French fries and the tater tots. It's just a wonderful time, and it gets us exploring different bars or restaurants in the neighborhood. Okay, let's talk about something that's a little bit more pricey, but something that everybody talks about when they come to LA: Disneyland. Of course, you want to do Disneyland. It's located in Anaheim, which is about a 2-hour or less or more, depending on traffic. You never know, depending on the day, from the LA proper area down to Anaheim, but it's well worth it. When we went in December, it was $179 per ticket, plus $30 for parking, plus whatever food, drink, and souvenirs that you purchase inside of the park. What's great about Disneyland is you can bring your own food and drink into the park. They're very lenient on that, so you don't even have to order any of the food or the drink, but honestly, that's part of the thrill, I think, is to get some of the food. And then you'll want to get some souvenirs, maybe a Disney ornament, or maybe you want a little plushie for your loved one. It's so much fun, well worth it. So after all is said and done, you could be looking at anywhere from $300 to $500 for two. And keep in mind, I want to say kids 2 and under are free because we were able to take Quinn in for free. It was perfect. Okay, what's more expensive than Disneyland would be a ticket to the NFL games. So both the Rams and the Chargers share the SoFi Stadium, which is located in Inglewood. We have seen the Chargers and the Chiefs play at SoFi Stadium now 2 years in a row. When we were in San Diego, we drove up to LA, and then this past year we also went to a game. The tickets for the game were $300 a piece. Now we got actually really great seats. We were kind of in the mid-level section and we were second row. It was a fantastic vantage point to see the game. Also a fantastic game because we won. And when I say we, I mean Chiefs, because you know, if you're watching this, you probably maybe know that I'm originally from Kansas City and I'm a huge Chiefs fan. Now, let me caveat that $300 ticket is that the parking for SoFi Stadium is nuts. The cheapest that I found was about $50 with you walking about a mile into the stadium. So I actually went into the Hollywood Casino and we paid $75 to park in their parking garage, and we walked about a half mile into the stadium, so it wasn't bad. Those are some of the things that I've already done in LA, from the free stuff like the beach to the really expensive stuff like going to an NFL game. I think you can find a variety of things to do in this area. The big thing that is going to get people over and over again, and I know I'm going to hear it in the comments, is I can't believe that's how much you pay in rent. And also, this is exactly what the going price is for the location and the amenities and the things that I'm getting out of this unit. So what do you think? Is this a realistic budget of somebody living in Los Angeles? Let me know in the comments below if you like this one. Give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget, if you want to lower some of your fixed expenses, check out Mint Mobile. I think this is such a great deal to get unlimited data for 35 bucks. That's seriously a no-brainer to me, and they actually have other tiered gig plans. The plans start as little as $15. My affiliate link is listed below. I'll catch you in the next video.